or say a prayer for the family and friends of firefighter Tommy Reese, who unexpectedly passed away last night while on duty. Would you please join me in the flag of I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call. Trustee Sheets.
Here.
Trustee Hunter. Here. Trustee Good.
Here.
And we do not have minutes. I will make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call. Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter. Yes. Trustee Good.
Yes.
And do we have any visitors on WebEx that you can tell? Not even Hannah? We will move on to the Sheriff's Department report.
Good.
Deputy Hamilton.
Good evening. The last 2 weeks, there was 127 calls to service. Out of those, 7 reports were done, 2 arrests were made, and 5 tickets. Out of all those calls to service, majority of them, there was 11 disabled and disabled vehicles or traffic jams responded to, 6 OBIs, 10 traffic stops, 4 suspicious persons or vehicles. That was one of the arrests of a suspicious person or vehicle. 15 accidents, 3 thefts, but ended up being either canceled or not a theft once they got on scene. 7 alarm drops and no stolen cars. So I think you guys get to clean up stuff from Detective Conkle. So I had a big issue last meeting. So
We appreciate you getting on that.
Yeah.
Right away.
yeah,
He's that cleaned up.
And how unusual you were able to catch that.
did they catch him? They saw him. They did. Okay, I hadn't followed up with Conkle.
Yeah, they cleaned it up.
Oh wow.
That was one.
That was huge.
Well, then there was another one, wasn't there? Dumping the
Smaller one, but
of
we didn't get.
stuff off of the cemetery, wasn't it? Wasn't that on? Was it? When you had the one sending the pictures?
Oh, no. Cemetery's on Lander Road. That stuff disappeared.
But it looked like they stole it from
A cemetery.
off of the cemetery and then dumped it there. There were brave blankets and the
Wow.
wreaths, beautiful.
Right across from the entry to Dollar General on Lambert.
Yeah.
Behind the old Idols building, it was laying there in the ditch.
I saw that posted on Facebook.
Yes, it was.
We do have one person that's Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
You have to unmute her.
Hey there. Hope you guys had a good Christmas.
You too.
Yes, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
But yes, when I saw that picture, I put stuff on cemeteries and I know how much it
Yeah.
costs,
Yeah.
and those were very expensive,
Nice.
all of them.
I didn't remember seeing calls of service. I'll back here. But
The cemetery, it was on the Facebook.
oh, okay. Local one, or did they figure out what cemetery came from?
I'll put on
No,
there.
it was called that.
Okay, we'll move. Anything else, Deputy Hamilton?
Yep. It's all right.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to the road department. Greg?
We continued hanging new reflective signs in Timberlake. And there are gonna be some other places once we get the time and the weather to do it. They look pretty nice, actually. Got the number for the environmental sheriff. Robert may have had that someplace. I just didn't know where to find it, but I got a business card now. If anybody else comes, we can get a hold of him directly. And then we had a burial Tuesday, I think, of last week. And there was a bunch of decorations that had blown around, so we cleaned those up and burial went fine. We've been cleaning the bays out, replaced the furnace filter back there to get the air a little better. And then the gentleman that I talked to, told you about on Infinity, finally called him up his phone number for me so I could call back, and I did get a hold of him, so explains why his street light hasn't been fixed yet.
Anything else for Greg? What's Robert doing?
He was walking, actually, last time I talked to him, he was walking into a doctor's appointment, so I told him to have a nice Christmas, and
But he was walking.
he was walking the other day, but wasn't very fast. Okay.
Okay, we will move on. Chief Taylor has been excused for tonight, so we have Lieutenant Kuna.
Yes. Fire department for the month, this month up until today, mine runs. That's some apparatus maintenance done. The computer two, the second LW. We have an air leak. The exhaust tip installed for our ventilation system. We installed a few iPad mounts on the tanker and gas fire for the GPS dispatching location, so they go out. They're accounted for. Medic 232 was also taken to ELW for exhaust diverter replacement. It was stuck open, so it was shooting out the side, not the top of the home run. So, and it was having some module issue, power we were losing. But we fixed that. Did a few small station projects. Painted the kitchen. Couple of doors leading out to the base. So replace 4 portable batteries under warranty.
Those walkie batteries.
Yeah, they wanted to charge. Just we purchased 55 gallon drum of jet fluid. May look into purchasing another one for potential shortage problems. So firefighter price and to that. Newer education tools. They were ordered from the MES and Warren Fire Equipment, so they should be arriving anytime. Items approved at the last meeting were placed on gov deals or disposed of. This time there's no requests, and just on behalf of the members of the department, we'd like to wish everybody a safe and happy, prosperous new year.
Thank you. Anything for Lieutenant Kuna? Any old business? How about new business? Set a date and time for our reorganization meeting. We usually do that a half an hour before the first meeting. Is that right? Is that okay with you? For everyone, the next meeting will start at 6:30. First half hour will be reorganizing. Regular meeting will start at 7. Any other new business? On to Paula.
Okay, would you want to do the resolution for Russia's dated service?
I'll make resolution 83 to retain for 2022 the legal services with Rochus, Johnson and Briggs. Do I have a second? Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead and do the other two?
I'll make resolution 84 to authorize the fiscal officer, Paul Wilkins, to make any necessary year-end adjustments for 2021. Do I have a second? Roll call?
Trustee Sheets? Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.
And I will make resolution 85 to request an advance on real estate funds for 2022 from County Auditor's Office. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.
And I want to thank you for sending me, so I could get them on here all typed pretty.
All right.
Easy to do.
Okay, received a copy of a letter that was sent to, property owners on Possum regarding sewage treatment startup inspection. Just had received, information from the county auditors on, the resolution for requesting the advances. Received 2 notices from worker comp. One was about a hearing on an injured worker and one was, an upcoming hearing.
Same person or different cases. Okay.
And then received notice for Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, and then a notice that that was canceled. Notice of a tax review committee meeting at the county, newsletter from the Franklin County Commissioners, update from Public Health on COVID, several flyers, just newsletter type information from Mortsey. Some information from Otarma that they had a friendly reminder to use the 1,000 Otarma Police and Fire grant if applicable, and a 500 more grant before the end of the year. Several legislative updates from the Ohio Township Association, just a newsletter from Deferred Comp. That a meeting originally scheduled for the consortium 2 communities that was originally scheduled has been changed to January 4th. And just a newsletter from VSP, the live coverage that we have. Let's go ahead.
Anything else for Paul? Anything else at all? And no one else planned on? All right, then we have a request to go into executive session from Local 2937 President Borowski. I will move to go in executive session according to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22 G4, for the purpose of reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. Do I have a second? Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.